Hey everybody, what's up? I just want to make a quick video here talking about water storage. I honestly think this is one of the most overlooked areas of preparation in general, and probably one of the most crucial, really. You can't really do a lot without water. It's pretty common knowledge that in a survival situation, 3 days without water is pretty much it, depending on your exertion level, the temperature outside, the climate, etc. If you're in a desert, for example, that time frame is probably going to be a lot smaller than if you're, in a cool, wet environment or something like that. In which case, water is probably easier to obtain anyways. But here is my water storage. I have 3 of these large. These are 5-gallon plastic containers. So adding that up, it's about 60 liters in those 3 bottles. And in front here, I have just like a smaller 4-liter jug that I bought at the drugstore. And also, as an experiment, I filled a large Ziploc freezer bag with water, and I froze it. I just kind of read about that in a book, and I thought I would give it a try. What I would recommend, though, about that is don't handle the bag until it's frozen solid. Because I took it, I filled it with water, it was okay, put it in the freezer, took it out when it was about half full, and there was like a little shard of ice that poked a hole in the bag, and that was the end of that one. So anyways, that's about 8 liters here, plus 60, so that's like 68. I've budgeted that you need about 4 liters per day in a survival situation. That does not include bathing or showering or whatever. It just includes drinking water, which I say 2 liters is the minimum you need. If you're exerting yourself, probably closer to 3, and then you'll also need an extra liter maybe for cooking, making drinks, etc. So 4 liters I don't think is, it's not a conservative number. I think it's just about right, So if we divide all that by 4 liters, I think there's about 17 days there, which is probably inadequate depending on the type of thing that you're preparing for. But I'm not going to acknowledge the existence of a survival situation, an urban situation anyways, that would last longer than 17 days. It is possible, and some people might call me ignorant for not acknowledging it, but I honestly think 3 days, maybe a week, is like the most reasonable period of time that you're going to face without, water, electricity, etc. And even that, I think, is really a stretch. So I don't see myself expanding my water storage any further than that. It's just me right now. Like I live by myself. If my family size increases to 2 people, obviously I'm going to double that. But, you can't do a lot without water, really. Like, water is life. It gets ignored by a lot of people. Most people would rather go out and buy guns and bullets and, knives and things like this instead of just covering the basics, food and water. So I just wanted to show you what I'm doing, what my reasoning was behind it, how much I have. I should also point out, okay, what's the reason why I'm not storing extra water for washing myself? Well, I'm very fortunate. I live in downtown Vancouver, and I'm only a 5-minute walk away from the ocean. So regardless of the temperature and the time of year, it's possible to jump in the ocean for a few minutes, really. Just get yourself wet, stand there with a bar of soap, wash yourself off. So I am so lucky. Like I really should think about that more often. I guess I don't really, but to live right beside the ocean. So if I need to wash myself in a grid down situation, I got the ocean right there. Something else that I think is pretty important is no matter how much water you have stored, eventually it is going to run out. So you should have a means, like a plan, to try to replenish your water supplies if this goes on for any period of time. For myself, I have a large man-made lake, not more than a 5-minute walk away from my house. So I could easily go down there, filter some water, just bring the water back and then disinfect it once I get home or something like that. It wouldn't be a stretch to go down there once a day with a couple of those 4-liter jugs, fill it up, and boom, I'm in business again. The other thing I would say about this is you should rotate your water. I plan to set a reminder in my Google Calendar, maybe 3 months from now, something like that, to just start drinking up the water, refill the jugs, maybe wash them out with some you know, diluted Javex solution or something like that to just like disinfect them again. But I wouldn't store it indefinitely. Like I wouldn't leave it like that for years or anything. But yeah, I think it's good to go. I'm really happy with what I've done. It took a long time for me to actually get this much water together, just because it really was not the most exciting of chores out there. But I totally recommend it. I feel a lot better now that I have this. I'm just going to tuck them away in the closets, bring them out in 3 months, drink them, not all at once of course, but over the course of a day or two, or many days I guess. But yeah, it feels good to have water. It's just like having money in the bank. You know, it's just insurance. And I think any sensible person should do the same. Thanks for watching.